Welcome back to Next Question. Josh Palet with Mr. Vanilla, Braulio Gallegos, Cheyenne, Gould, and Karli Medina. And this is actually the second time they've come on our podcast. Yeah. They were the first guests we've ever had. And they're still mad at me because I didn't put out the first one. But we had one camera. We didn't have the microphones. It wasn't good enough.
Amateur.
It was amateur. We're kind of like sporadic all over the place. Yeah. But we're ready now.
I guess I forgive you.
I'm a little bitter. But
you forgive me now? We got two topics today. It's going to be red flags and friends with benefits. We're going to start with red flags. If you're in the talking stage with somebody, you guys are just getting to know each other, what's some red flags from right off the bat?
If his only form of communication, Snapchat, DMs, no texting whatsoever, it's
Didn't
like
you just tweet that?
I did because it's like it irks my nerves. It's an automatic cut because I've had two guys who are like currently like will only talk to me on Snap, only DM. They both have my phone number, but it's like they refuse to do it.
But what if you're just always on social media? I mean,
but still, like texting,
make it a little more personal.
That's fine. But like, if you're gonna ask me out, it better not be on a Snapchat message or a DM. Like,
really?
You need to send me a physical text message.
Call me. Actually.
You're the first.
FaceTime.
Yeah, you're the first person I've ever heard say that before. Like, because it's
really?
like because it doesn't show up, it gets deleted. That's what you're saying. That is that why Snapchat's bad? Because it goes away.
It just makes it a lot less impersonal. And like they could care less.
Is it texting though? If you're writing to somebody, doesn't matter.
So first of all, I don't like texting at all. I'm a bad texter.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't respond, and like I'd rather you call me. But Snapchat, it's like, you know when like somebody sends a Snapchat and you're like, is this for me or did they just send this to like 18 other girls on their like best friends list?
That's true.
And I'm like, dog, is this for me or like how many girls are you hitting up?
Well,
like,
that goes both ways because I've gotten snaps from girls and they're like looking cute with the drink in their hand, and you're like, well, I don't feel that special because
like how thirsty is she right now?
Like
is
there
it
could
just
have
for
been
me?
30 other dudes you sent that just went down the line.
We only send those to you, Braulio.
No, we're not talking about you. Okay? But no, I think it goes both ways. I mean, the Snapchat is kind of like, I mean, I don't want to say childish. It's just like Snapchat's more like a way to just like fun. Like, what are you doing? Like, you snapping. Like,
I will say, like he mentioned, it goes away. Like, yeah, sometimes I don't text back right away either, and I'll see the message, and then I feel like I have to reply right away. So then I'll give it like a 20-minute delay to where I know I can focus on the message. Yeah. Because if not, I'm gonna forget what they said.
That's true. Well, but what about Instagram? I mean, I feel like nowadays Instagram is used like, I mean, there's people that get at people on Instagram.
So I think
like
there's
crazy.
like a difference. Like if how you met them, like in a random place and like, hey, can I have your Snapchat? Like, I guess it kind of goes like two ways. Because sometimes I'm like, ask for my phone number before you ask for my Snapchat. But if you're kind of creepy, I'm like, you can have my Instagram, but you can't have my number. But I mean, if you're in the talking stage already, don't hit me up on Snapchat. Text me.
Or FaceTime me.
Yeah. Like, if you're already kind of deep in there and you know that you guys already have, like, a little something going on.
Okay, so what if you're talking, you're texting, right? You have her number, whatever. Mm-hmm. You happen to be on Instagram or Snapchat, they post a story, and you just, like, carry a conversation through Snapchat. You have their number, right? Like, I have her number. I'm texting her every now and then, whatever. We're in the talking stage. She posts a video or something, and I slide in through the DMs. Not really sliding in because I'm already kind of, in a sense, in there. Yeah. But, like, I'm just saying, and you just, like, carry a conversation through Instagram.
No, that's fine. Bad, right? I think it's more so like, okay, you're going to send me like a picture. It's like half of your face, and it's like, hey, what are you doing tonight? Like, dog, just call me. Like,
don't make that your only form of communication.
Right.
I get that. When I meet a girl, I actually ask for her Instagram instead of her number, which I've been told is a fuckboy thing to do. But
100%.
Why is that a fuckboy thing to do? I feel like in 2020, it's more common to like, what's your Instagram name?
People want to get to know. They want to see what you got to like. What
exactly.
Forward.
I want to see like your life or like what you do.
Yeah, I get that, but it's like,
I think if you're gonna ask for my Instagram, ask for my number too. Almost like
both.
Yeah,
that's like a lot. No.
I don't know. It kind of like
I
think
I go backwards.
What's your WhatsApp? What's your social security number?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I don't know, because if somebody like asks for my Instagram, like I just assume right there, like it's not going to go anywhere.
Exactly. Yeah.
Why?
But if you ask for the phone number, then it can lead into like, oh, well, like what's your Instagram through a texting.
Yeah, I think guys,
because you're judging me completely off of like
I'm not
what I look like. Like, I mean, okay, like most of my pictures I have sunglasses on. I've had people be like, that girl wears sunglasses, and a hat. Don't hate on my hat.
I'm just saying. I have a hat on. I think in every Instagram picture.
I'm pretty sure I do too.
But I'm saying, I ask for the Instagrams. Like I said, I want to know who they are, and people get fake numbers all the time. If you get their Instagram, they can't give you a fake Instagram.
I think nowadays,
I could block you.
I think dudes ask for Instagrams because it's not as I think, right? I may be wrong, because it's more intimidating to ask for a number than it is for like a Snapchat. Does that make sense? Like I feel like the
Yeah,
number is
it's
an
easier,
automatic.
yeah.
Like I like you. When you ask for somebody's number, it's like there's no secret that you're into that person, right? And I feel like sometimes guys try to like slither sounds bad, but like slither their way in
Yeah.
by using Snapchat or social media by first like commenting on your stories, emojis, this and that, and then eventually jumping to the number and kind of like getting to there.
I feel like, you have to
Yeah.
build
I
up to
mean,
the number for me.
I think it depends on like how long they're taking. If you're gonna like add me on Instagram and then just like my pictures, respond with like a fire emoji like multiple times,
Bye.
or like all
Damn
the
it,
stuff.
that
doesn't work.
Like just like
No wonder.
at
Those
that
eggplant
point, like,
emojis
hit
don't
me
go
up,
anywhere.
actually be like, hey, can I have your number
Yeah.
now? Like
You're just like
get the
everybody
show on the
else if
road.
you keep it that way.
I get
like,
that.
I fully have had somebody at the bar, super sweet guy, had no intention of like ever talking to him ever again, but he'd asked for I think both my number and my Instagram. No, maybe just my Instagram.
And then you blocked him, right?
So we were at
Aw.
Moonshine. I danced
Figured.
with him a little bit, bought me a drink. I bought a drink, whatever, just good time. He worked at Boot Barn, so I was like,
Should've
oh man.
kept that. Should've kept that.
He-
Goddamn it.
I'm
He
saying.
no sooner walked out of the bar, and I blocked his Instagram.
Why?
rude.
Why would you do that?
Because he was very.
Because
I
of
could
the
already tell.
discounts. Like, I
I could
needed that.
already
Yeah.
tell.
Do you see why? But okay, perfect example, and not to put you on blast, but I'm putting you on blast. Do you see why there's certain guys? There's guys out there with all the confidence in the world. Great.
And
but
I gave that to
see
him.
why guys lose confidence and they like. It's hard. I feel like it's
I
shit like
agree.
that. It's just like, damn, she didn't even fucking give me a chance. For like not that you let him on because
No,
you didn't.
yeah.
I get that, but it's like in his head, he's like, oh, she might be digging me. She let me buy her a drink.
Yeah.
She danced with me. And the moment he goes home, probably lays in bed and like tries to see your Instagram, she's like, what the fuck?
Honestly, he lit a cigarette, and that's kind of what just.
That's
I
not
was
the
like,
point.
you're
That's not
blocked.
the point I'm trying to get to. But
All right, let's say you're in the talking stage and then you move on to the dating stage. How do red flags change when you go from just meeting them into like actually really being in a relationship?
I feel like once you determine like you're kind of in the talking stage, the communication drops a little bit. Like they're not as interested. They'll leave you on red, or they'll like the talking's just not as frequent. And it's like
Are you
as soon
saying
as that
that
happens,
you get like further in?
once you kind of already started talking and you're not just like, it's not in the beginning stage, it's more like it's been like a couple weeks, I feel like the communication cuts back a little bit, and
You think
that's when
so?
you know like, oh, it's a red flag. Like,
Oh, you're saying that's a red
I
flag.
was gonna
I thought
say,
you were
I
saying
thought
in
you were-
general.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like,
I thought that was like a
I
normal
mean,
thing.
That means you
Yeah.
need to like let him free. I'm confused.
So,
No.
okay,
Yeah.
so that's a red flag when they cut back.
Yeah, when you start
Okay.
to see like the communication getting less and less, or them leaving your messages on like open, that's when it's like, oh, okay,
don't have red
it's
receipts
a
'cause
red flag.
Do you put your red receipts on?
For certain people, yes.
I think it's a kind of a red flag for girls.
Is
Red
that-
receipts.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Like if you have like red receipts on a guy, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think for us, it's more of like we're playing a game.
I
of,
don't have
like,
my red receipts on for anybody, so
please
don't look
don't.
at me.
Yeah.
Please, why? Why?
Why are you playing a game?
Yeah, why are you doing that?
My
It's just-
point. Another poor guy from Boot Barn.
Yeah.
If you're out there, dude.
Because
If
she
you
likes
say-
to
We
like
feel for
she
you. We
likes
feel
the
for you, bro.
games. She likes the games. She wants you to like see that you didn't respond, and then they'd be like,
I want you
oh,
to
like,
double text and show that you're interested, because you double texting after I left you on red shows that you're interested, and then that's gonna be like, oh, okay, he cares enough to hit me up again when I left him on red.
Maybe that's why you attract annoying people.
I'm
They're
gonna
double
say I'm the
texting you.
opposite.
Yeah,
like
double
I think
texters,
from
triple
going to the
texters.
talking stage to the dating stage, their frequency and like asking to hang out or the things that you do, like, you know, I think that's where it kind of like for me can be a red flag. If we start getting further and further, and then he's like, oh, like, come over to my house, and the only thing we're doing is hanging out past 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Bye.
And you stop
Dipset,
taking me out to
this
dinner.
is not what's happening. Like, no.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Okay, what if they want to hang out like too much? Could that be a red
Is
flag?
there such thing?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I mean, I don't want to see you every day.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but
Like, I don't want to talk to you all day long. We don't need to have a conversation about like, I don't know. That's just
so for me, I think the last guy
like-
that I talked to, like really talked to,
Talked or
he,
dated?
so okay.
so
that's
this
another.
is okay. Let's solidify this right now. Do you think talking and dating are the same thing?
No.
No.
What is talking?
You're just getting to know them.
Yeah, talking is like the very beginning. It's
But
not
are you
even,
taking her out to dinner? Are you taking her
You're
around your
going on
friends?
dates. Yeah, you're going on
Okay, so
dates.
you're
So
going
is
on
that
dates.
dating?
No.
No,
No, the moment you go on the first date, that's dating. Talking to me is like I met you, we're getting to know each other, we're establishing a connection. The moment I make a step over that line to say, hey, let's hang out, or hey, let's go here, that's a date. Now I'm dating you. I went on a date. That's why it's called.
Okay,
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
that completely opposite.
Me
Yeah.
too.
I think like if you're dating somebody, you're going out on dates, you're getting to know each other, then you're in a relationship. That's what I mean, I think that's maybe like a more old school type term. Like you're dating somebody, you're going on dates.
He's technically right, but me and you are thinking the same way. Like if
Yeah.
you're dating, you're just getting to know each other.
Yeah.
It's not being in a relationship.
Dating
Yeah.
has the word date in it. Right?
We're saying you're
Yeah.
right.
But guys tend to think that if we're dating, we're in a serious relationship. Dating is like relationship.
Well, no, there's different types of dating. There's dating nowadays. There's dating where it's like you're focused on one person and you're with that person. And nowadays our generation's like you're dating. Well, you're dating half the fucking college football team. So we all know what that means.
Good
You know what I'm
luck,
saying?
yeah.
So it's like and that's where it comes down to like our generation and all this crazy shit that's going on, establishing like what's really going on. The talking for me didn't make sense. I was like in middle school, like, what do you mean talk? Like people were like, are you talking to her? Like, yeah, I'm on the phone. Like, no, are you talking? Even my dad,
My parents get so mad about it.
yeah, because my sister would be like, well, they're talking, Dad, or I'm talking to him. And he's like, what the fuck do you mean talking?
Yeah.
we
Like,
talk, we people.
yeah, like fucking what do you mean? It's like, no, it's because talking. And I was like, I didn't
I
even get
think-
that until I was older. I was like,
Yeah.
all right.
I think for me, it's kind of like once you start having sex with the person, like you're dating them. Like I
Weirdo.
would,
No, you can
No,
date without having
yeah,
sex.
no,
Yeah,
yeah,
like-
100%. But if
Christ.
you're like talking to them, like you guys, like you talk on the phone, you're texting, you're like keeping each other like updated with like what's going on. Like
Sure.
I don't know, I feel like and then you're adding sex to it. Like I'm dating. Like I dated
Can
that
you
guy.
be talking and having sex?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
See, but that's where
No
that's
way.
why I call it
See how
dating.
everything's all
Yeah.
messed
It's
up because
confusing.
it's not even how it should be. There's talking, there's dating, and then there's like,
Boyfriend, girlfriend.
yeah, but I mean, you can.
That comes after dating.
I think there's like two levels of dating. There's dating where like I'm getting to know you, where we're not really
Yeah.
together, which is like going
Yeah.
where it seems, and then like no, I'm like genuinely dating. She's my girlfriend, he's my boyfriend, blah blah blah, whatever.
Yeah.
That makes
And
no
then that's
sense.
But I feel like when I say
Makes no
like,
sense?
oh,
Actually
like
makes
I
the most
dated
sense, yeah.
them,
It's somebody you
people
talk to, but you would
automatically like
never-
assume like dated. I'm like, not. I went on like a few dates with them. Like, so I don't know. Maybe I'm saying it wrong, but that's just the way I interpret it. Like, you're dating. Okay, we've gone on dates. We're like in that process,
Right.
which I guess is now the talking stage.
Yeah.
But
It's so weird to me.
It's so
talking
weird.
should be just completely like left out of the picture. I don't
okay,
think it's
so
necessary.
for your like talking then dating, are you exclusive in either one of those?
No.
It depends like how I'm saying it's all jumbled up. Like if I'm talking to somebody, I mean, I wouldn't say well no because it's weird because I just asked if we were talking, if you could be talking and having sex at the same time, right?
Yeah.
So if that's a yes, then that's all fucked up anyways. But if I'm talking to a girl, I mean me personally now on this stage, if I'm talking to somebody, it's because like my interest is there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm genuinely, if there's any other girls I was, what's the word I'm looking for? Entertaining. My focus is on the girl that I'm talking to, who hopefully leads to a date, leads to dating, relationship, so on and
Yeah.
so forth, right? So, no. But nowadays, there's people talking to fucking three
So
different people.
do you talk while you're dating? Like let's say you're dating a girl, are you
How
gonna
am I supposed to date
start?
somebody if I can't communicate?
Are you no? Are you talking to somebody else?
No,
No,
no.
no.
That's fucked up.
That's a red
Wow.
flag.
Wow,
if I'm
I'm
at dinner
impressed.
with a girl and her phone's just like ping, and I see like homeboy number one,
Fucking
homeboy
George.
number two,
George is hitting her up.
George,
Yeah.
Jose. I'm like, yo, that's dead. Old son.
Okay, the red flag for me is a girl that's constantly on her phone when you're together. So
I
my
hate
time
that.
isn't important to you because constantly you're looking at your phone.
Okay, so the amount of times before we were like sitting here, she's like, dude, your phone's
You're a
turned
red
over.
flag.
That's a red flag.
Red
I'm
fucking
like,
flag.
this
No.
isn't shady. This
It's
is
not.
me
That's respectful.
giving my
Thank you.
attention to
100%.
you.
100%.
In this setting, yes. But if you were like
If
out,
I was at dinner with a guy, my phone
No.
would be either in my purse or face
And
down.
I love that. I love
because
that.
if it's like this and I have all my hoes hitting me up, like,
but
you know
see,
what I mean? Like,
I'm
no
more
way.
like, I'll leave it up, and it's more of like you can like I have nothing to hide. Like if somebody's texting me, feel free to look and see who it is. Like it doesn't like there's nothing there that I'm hiding. You could be laying in a ditch somewhere and you're texting me, my phone's like this, and I'm not gonna look at it. Like no, I will have my phone.
Your notifications don't really
all the
pop up
way.
on your phone anyway, so you're
Your
shady
shit's
as
on
it
silent
is.
because you're shady anyway.
Yeah,
right?
no,
Exactly.
thank you.
No, hold on.
Red flag. Red
No.
flag.
Absolutely.
No.
So hold on. So in my past relationships, and they'll probably say it's because I was being shady. I don't care. I stand by exactly what you said. I've been in a 3-year plus relationship, and even when I'm hanging out with her, I'd still have my phone down.
See,
We could
I
be
don't
on the
like
TV.
that.
We'd be on the couch, watching TV. Why? Because I'm with her. My attention's with you. I don't care about ESPN. I don't care if Josh is hitting me up to go to El Camino. I don't care about anything else. Like my
American
phone's down.
Junkie.
I
What
would
are you
literally
talking
not
about?
pick it up. I used to have fights with this significant other because you're like, well, why is your phone face? You know, the typical.
I would much rather your phone be like up here and just not in your like immediate view sight, but still up. Because to me, like face down is, I don't know, maybe I'm just
hiding
like
something.
PTSD.
I think
I've
it's
been on
the
dates
same
and my
thing,
phone's
though.
flipped on the table like that. Whether it's like just because I feel like that's just like my phone's out of the picture. I'm paying attention to
Red
you,
flag.
you
Okay,
know?
red flag that I did one time.
You do a lot of red flags, so clarify, please.
I would just turn off communication form with Snapchat. That's how homie like to communicate. I would
No
turn it.
notifications, huh?
I turned my notifications off.
We've been
So
there.
where I
We've
would
all been there,
actually have
though.
to physically go into the app to see if there was a message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what gets people caught up? He probably doesn't listen to this podcast, but I had one of my good friends from the Air Force. He was dating a girl. I guess you could say that was his girlfriend, right? He was kind of weird, so he never really put a name on it. And this dude got a brand new Chevy truck. We were all like, he was like excited about it, right? Gave everybody a ride. So one time we go to lunch, it's him driving, his girl, and like us three. There was 3 dudes in the back.
Yeah.
Oh my God, is it on the
And
infotainment center?
Yo, hold on. And he has
Oh my God.
the brand new
I'm
Apple
nervous.
Play, right? The
Apple CarPlay,
Apple
yep.
CarPlay,
He's
right?
screwed.
And this dude's like, nah, I'll play music, dog. I got it, whatever. He's playing like Drake and all this crap. All of a sudden, so I'm not going to tell you this girl's name, but say her name was like, I don't know, Brianna, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. Her name was far from Brianna. Brianna's sitting in the passenger seat, and all of a sudden, he gets a phone call from this girl named Alexis. Let's just say
Ooh.
Alexis, right?
Yeah.
And all you see is her head go like Exorcist, like look over, and he just fucking like disconnects the fucking cord and just like
Like,
throws
that's
it back.
intimidating.
And she's like, "Who the fuck is Alexis?" And he's like, he's all super nervous. He's like, "Oh, it's just a homie." But she's like, "I know your homies. Who the fuck's Alexis?" Most awkward ride to fucking Wabba Girl I've ever had in my life.
Well, that's happened to
The
me
worst
too.
thing.
I was like kind of on like the ending parts of somebody that I was
Dating.
talking.
We
to,
don't
but
know.
I don't know now.
We'll figure it
no,
out.
I think I was dating him. I was dating him in college, and we were like towards the end. We were kind of like filtering out. We knew it was coming to an end, but I was like, we were watching a movie in bed, and I was on my laptop instead of like a TV.
Ooh, never connect your
and
messages to
the
the laptop.
laptop messages. I'm not tech savvy at all, so I'm not good at being shady. I'm just not.
Yeah.
I get caught all the time. I don't understand technology, whatever. It's popping up in the
Yeah.
corner, and he's sitting there, and he's like looking at the screen, and he doesn't want to take his eyes off of the screen, but I know he wants to look at me and like cuss me out so bad because it was like a
Could
guy
you read the
literally said,
messages?
I love you. And I was like, oh, great. This is cool. This is cool. And
That's
it was somebody
horrible.
that I had been like on and off with. So I was like, great.
I had their
love
name
that
on it,
for
not just
you.
the number. Like
Oh,
said
no, their name,
Oh,
like-
fuck.
Wow, I'm
Popped up
surprised
and
you don't
he
save
knew.
numbers. Red flag. All your fucking contacts in there.
Is it
no
red flags
names.
if there's no preview on the message?
Nah.
Like my messages pop up and like it says Josh Palet, but I can't. You know how some people have the preview and you
Yeah.
can read the message.
I don't
Wait,
think it's a
you
red
can
flag.
I do that. I do that
Yeah.
just because like if people, if somebody has my phone, like, well, I also have like the banners off. So if I'm on something, I don't get the banner notifications.
That's your.
No,
It'll
see,
pop
she's
down.
shady as hell. Okay, no, I'm gonna just call you out for 1 second.
Please.
Because you like to call me out, so I'm a bitch. Anyways, I will never forget, she shared her location with a specific somebody, and this bitch
Never
had
do
the
that.
audacity to change her location to her iPad so he thought she was at home, and we would be out roaming the town. Red flag, shady bitch, right here.
100%.
You know what I used to have?
Holy shit.
And
Cheyenne.
I got a lot of shit for it was the blacked out screen.
What's that?
Oh, the privacy
the
screen.
privacy screen
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
People were like, dude, that's like a fuckboy thing. That's like a shady thing. I was like, yo, I've been to state. We've all been to college. You know how many videos I've seen on Barstool Sports where like somebody's peeping over your shoulder?
Yeah.
I was, like,
They're zooming in
pissed.
onto their
Yeah, like,
It's
I
like
was like,
Pornhub popped up.
dude, not even Pornhub. It's just like
Middle of biology.
all the messages like, oh, this dude's in trouble, or like shit like that. I'm like, and then I saw it one time and I was like, oh, this is cool as shit. And I was like, and I got it. I got the year I had it. Every time I told somebody I had it, they were like, oh, that's fucking shady, red flag. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't think it's a red flag.
I don't think it's a red flag. What's the most common red flag you see when you're talking to somebody, getting to know them? Because obviously we're all single, so we see a lot of red flags in our day. What's the most common thing you see from a guy?
I think it would be like the way that they act towards like their friends in regards to you.
When
I like
you're
that.
around or
Like
when you're
when-
not around.
It's very telling of who they are.
Both.
Yeah.
So if they don't want to bring you around their friends, you're like
Red
oh,
flag.
like let's just go here, and nothing. They never
Right.
have brought you around your friends. That's red flag.
flag.
Either you're ashamed of me, there's something else going on, or like there's
Yeah.
got to be something else to where you don't want me to be around and for me to be known.
Yeah.
So then like, if not, even when you bring them, like, around your friends, are you acting like, A, you know me, B, you're into me? Like, is that a thing? Like, because if you're ignoring me the whole time, then I'm going to be pissed out. I've left before. Like, a guy was, like, we were with his friends. He didn't even know I left for, like, 20 minutes later. I'm like, what am I going to sit around and, like, be on the side for? I think the fuck not. I'm out. So.
I like that. No, it says who they really are. Yeah.
100%.
Because you think like a dude, so I'm curious what you think dudes do that are red flags.
Too. I have one, and I think girls do, but I'm gonna let you go first because go.
I think it's like a red flag if I think we've both been in this situation where like they make plans and then they cancel all the time.
No, I'm gonna red flag you on that one because shit happens. I cancel plans all the time.
Fair.
It happens.
But when it's like a consistent, or like you don't even like text me and let me know like, hey, I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah.
And then you don't
like
tell me to the next day. Like, you're clearly talking to other girls, which is fine, but like be straight up about it. Sure. Like, chances are, like, I'm probably talking to somebody else too. But no, I'm just kidding. But like,
no, you're not.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
just be straight up.
Okay.
No, I think also though, but you're saying like they may be talking to another girl. I think like just taking the time to let you know what's up. I had a guy that was supposed to drive down from like LA. We were going to go out, whatever. He's like, oh yeah, I'm going to like leave the beach. I'm going to get in the shower and then I'm going to head home. I'm like, or head down. I'm like, okay, cool. He's texting me and he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to have a drink with my buddy. And I'm like,
mind you, she was ready by like 7 p.m.
because he was supposed to be there by like 7:38. Yeah. It's like 7:15 and he's like, oh, I'm going to grab a drink with my buddy and then head down. Dude, you're in LA. You think that I'm going to sit around and wait for you to come down at 9 o'clock? No.
She said, I'll catch you on another night. And she came and met me and then we just got drunk.
I love that.
I'm not going to sit around and wait for you.
What's your red flag? What were you going to say?
This is a great one because everybody does it now. Guys and girls. Boys and girls like we're kids. It's
Boys and girls?
Boys and girls.
The taking the picture, the story, when there's clearly somebody on the other end of the table with you, but you're only taking the picture of the drink or the food.
So you want somebody to know that there's there's another.
I've done that. Yeah. I've done that.
So it's happened to me, and I'll be 100% honest, where like I thought I was talking to a girl or dating a girl. We went out on a date. It was like, just say Friday. Saturday, like I asked her like, oh, what are your plans? Not because I was gonna ask her out again. I was like, we'll keep it to one a week. We're like getting there, right? Whatever. She's like, oh, I'm going out with some friends, blah, blah, blah. Okay, when a girl tells you she's going out with her friends, she's going to snap all of them. She's going to put, you know what I mean? Like, it's her friends, right? But all there was like a drink and like this. But you can clearly see the shadow behind, like there was somebody there. Am I being paranoid? I don't know, maybe.
Okay,
but it happens too much to like girls do that. Or when they record and they're like, oh, lit. You know, like, what the fuck did you just skip over? Like, who's the fucking dude with the drink? And it's like I saw the.
They have to stand on their shitty toes to get over him.
Yeah, it's just or when they do the stupid boomerang and like one watch is hers obviously and the other watch is like some dudes. It's like
who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, not like.
But
that's
to
a red
be
flag.
fair, we live in San Diego. It is a very small city. Everybody knows everybody, and
What does that have to do with anything?
Okay, because I've once had a guy who was like, I had like taken him. I was talking to him, took him lunch. And something happened where he was like, oh, like, let's take a pic. First of all, I was like, okay, no. Because he was like posted on social media. And I was like, first of all, who are you trying to make mad? Second of all, I don't want anybody to know about you because I don't know if I'm going to be made to look stupid. I don't really know where this is going to go yet. Yeah. So it's like, I'm talking to you. We may be out on a date. If I'm going to post something on Instagram, you're not going to be in it just because I don't want to answer questions about like, oh, you guys are a thing. It could strictly be platonic. Like, it's not. I can get where it's a red flag, but it can also be like a protective like barrier for us. I think.
I can't hate on you for that one.
No, but I'm saying like the red flag for me comes to like you're clearly with somebody else. Like, just make it known or just tell me. You know what I mean? Like don't give me the BS that like you're going out with friends when like you see the snap like you know.
Yeah, jump over the person.
Yeah, or not the snap or the story or whatever. It's just like it's more obvious than you just actually taking a picture of the dude or the girl because men and women do it.
All right, let's move over to friends with benefits. There's a million different directions we can go with this, but let's just start with how to go about it. I'll start with you, Karli.
I think the easiest way is to be straight up about it.
So you go up to a guy like, hey, I want to fuck.
Well, no,
that's
I mean,
You start off as
essentially-
friends.
You start off as like friends, but if you're
Well, you
getting
have to.
somewhere,
That'd be weird.
Yeah, like,
Friends with benefit, not strangers with benefits.
well, yeah, but I'm saying like you start out as friends, and then if that's what you want, make it up, like say it up front, because a lot of the times guys I feel like try to like fake the funk a little bit.
Yes.
Because they're scared of like what a girl's gonna say. The girl's gonna be more pissed off at you if you switch up
you
and be
lead
like,
her on
oh,
kind of
actually,
thing?
I didn't want a relationship. I was just trying
Sure.
to fuck.
Yeah.
Then they're gonna be like, what the heck? But I think we're at a day and age where
That's normal.
most girls would not be upset. They'd be like,
Yeah, I would.
Okay, yeah.
I would 100% from the get. You tell me like I have no interest in being in a relationship. Like this is just sex. I'm gonna respect that, and I'll either take it or I'll leave it.
Whether you
depending
deny
on
it or
how
not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm
Okay.
gonna be more upset if like we were both just like recently in the situation where it's like you've brought me around your family, you've brought me around your friends for months on end, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh wait, I'm gonna pump the brakes now because this isn't what I want. Like
Right.
you knew that from the get go.
so you might as well have just told me.
Okay,
Like,
how about this? Do you wait to establish the friends with benefits after you already smashed for the first time, or do you lay the rule down, lay the law down, however you want to fucking say it, before that happens?
You take the cake on this one.
I
so.
really don't know.
Does
that make- see
Actually,
what I'm
I
saying,
don't.
though?
No,
Like, yeah.
I totally get you, because it's like, I think it kind of depends on how long you wait to have sex. Because let's
That's
just say,
true. That's true.
let's just say you're like talking for a really long time and then you fuck.
Talking?
Then it's
What is
too-
talking?
Oh,
No,
come
I'm
on.
just-
That was the last topic. Okay, wait, rewind. What
So-
about the last friends with benefits you just had? Like, how did that one happen?
Which one? No, I'm just kidding.
The bartender.
Oh wow. That didn't really like happen. Well, we went on a date, and then it was kind of like after the fact. Well, okay, it was like we went on a couple dates, and then we like kind of like stopped, and then we were like, okay, actually, this is what we're here for.
Yeah.
Let's just get it done. So I think
Like,
it,
while we playing ourselves,
You-
let's get to the
like
point.
it's not going to be anything more. Let's
Right.
just take it for what it is, and let's go.
Have you ever like dated? Sorry to interrupt, but have you
Yeah.
ever like dated somebody and realized like, you know what? I don't like you as a person, but I'd love to like roll
Yes.
around in the hay and for
Yes.
fucking. But you know
And
what I'm
I
saying?
think-
Like,
For me, it's more of like I don't want to add to the body count. Like I would rather just keep
who cares? Add
having
that shit.
platonic
Stack bodies. Who cares? Who the
I'd
fuck
rather
cares?
keep having like platonic sex with somebody that like doesn't it sounds terrible, like that doesn't mean anything, because like everybody wants to have
But
sex.
that's just like a never-ending wheel of just like.
until you meet somebody that's like where it's worth it
Now
to
it's just
like,
awkward.
oh, I'm gonna cut this guy off now. Like I actually like this guy, and like I can see it going somewhere. So I don't even need to like deal with that.
So you rather smash 10 guys 1,000 times than 1,000 guys
10
10
times.
Well, I don't think I've ever done a one night stand.
I don't think I have either.
So, like, I don't think I've ever. It's always been
you've stayed
something,
friends.
and then we've stayed friends. Like, I don't really think I've had anybody that I've
Sure.
like, just like hooked up with and then they were gone. Like, so I think that like the whole friends with benefits thing, like it depends on how long you wait. Is what I really think, because if you're talking, and then all of a sudden you're gonna smash, then as a girl, I would think that we were like
going somewhere.
going somewhere, as opposed to just being like, hey, like I'm not really interested, like be straight up, I'm not really interested in anything, like if we're gonna do this, like this is what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
And if you're kind of into it and you need to get laid, then you need to get laid.
I feel like that's one of the questions. I mean, I think I've done it. Like you asking in the talking stage, like, what are you looking for, right? Like, I feel like you read the person. Like, is this person like looking for a relationship? You know, dating, meet the family, kids eventually, blah blah
That's
blah.
a
Yeah,
scary
weak
question,
for us,
though.
at least.
That is a really scary question as a girl, because guys take that question and run with it. The last guy
run
that
away.
I like really talked to and really liked, I was just like, I need a little bit more effort from you if this is gonna go somewhere. And he took it like, I need you to be my boyfriend. I need that title. I need that, like, dog. I wasn't asking for all that.
Yeah.
I just needed a little bit of effort. And I think it's the same thing if you're gonna ask a guy like, hey, like, what is this? Where are we going with this? Or is this just gonna be a friends with benefit? Like, you know, if you ask that question, they're gonna take it like,
But
dude,
then if
this
Yeah.
girl wants like to
She's
get
crazy.
married, she's
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah,
she's
yeah,
going
yeah.
too far, she's moving too fast. Like,
Sure.
we weren't asking all that,
Right.
you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. How do you keep it fun without crossing over, like stepping over that line where it's just like now it's too far, or you know?
I think it's hard. I think for a lot of girls, and for me, like before, it used to be really hard. But I think now, the way that we are now, it's easier for us
we
to
flip-flop.
It's easier for us to
so
shut
I
it.
don't know.
It's easier for us to like flip the switch of like shut it off. Like I don't have feelings, but some
Okay.
girls can't like they can't flip that switch. Like
can't.
you're good at it.
So I think I've gone through like this switch for a while. I didn't care. Like I didn't mind a friends with benefits. What kept it is I think that you have to be two very confident people. You have to really understand. If you're a girl and you're in this situation, but you really like the guy, but you're just doing it
To
you
please
think
the
it's
guy.
gonna
to please
keep
the
him?
guy and you think it's going to get you somewhere,
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not going to keep a man. Like having sex is not going to keep a man. Getting pregnant is not going to keep him. It's really just, it's like that. And
Yeah.
so I think if you have that mindset, like, oh, if I have sex with him, then
And if I
maybe
keep
he'll
having
start
sex with
liking
him,
me. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there may be like odd situations where it does, but most
I
of the
think it
time,
happens. It could happen, right?
it can happen, but it's so rare. So don't have that mentality. Like you can't get mad.
that.
Like if he's gonna start like talking to a girl, like you could be cut off at any minute.
You have to be okay
so
with
can
it.
he. So it's like
Yeah.
you have to be okay with that. You have to fully understand and be confident in the situation that you're in.
So when
It's
you
like-
when you have friends with, sorry, go ahead.
it's like if he wants to, he will, and if he doesn't, he
You
won't.
won't. You're
Yeah.
not gonna force them to
Yeah.
do it. So
Yeah.
whatever.
Like you'll know if he wants you.
Yeah. So do you guys think when it's friends with benefits, it's strictly like, hey, it's last call, I'm with my buddies. Hey, it's last call, I'm with my girls. Like, let's meet up. Or can friends with benefits be like a little bit deeper than that? Not to the point where you're dating, but it's like, hey, like let's go get some beers, let's go get some food,
Yeah.
blah blah blah, and then like we know what it's gonna lead to, but let's just not make it so like savage kind of thing. Like, hey, the door's open.
So
You know,
if
like,
It can go both ways.
if I've had like a friends with
know, like-
benefits in the past, there's been a difference between that and a booty call.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
not your booty call. You're not going to hit me
So
up at
booty
2
call
a.m.
is the
Come
2 a.m.
over.
call.
Yeah.
Okay,
no,
cool.
heck no.
friends with
I'm not
benefits
going to
can be more a little deeper than that,
At
right?
10
I
p-
think so, right?
Yeah, I think
after
so.
10
It's
p.m.
fun, right?
You're not getting an answer.
But yeah, exactly. You're friends with benefits.
Like, and if you are my friend, you're going to respect me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
That's
100.
just the way that I think. I'm
Cool.
not going to be a booty call, but like if we're both in agreement upon like this friends with benefits thing, then I'm in.
Okay, so there's a difference between booty call and friends with benefits. 'Cause
Yes.
I kind of like put those together. Yeah.
I mean, you can booty call your friends with benefits.
Every now and then, that's okay.
Yeah.
Every now and then, like it's doable. Well,
Yeah.
What I was getting to when I asked the question, though, was there needs to be a time period you cut that off. You can't prolong the friends with benefits situation because then it's like, what the fuck are we?
Then you end up being like Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher.
It's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are we doing
That's
kind of
true.
thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, because eventually somebody's going to catch feelings.
And when that happens, I think that's when it's like, it kind of ruins the friendship almost if you let it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. I've seen friendships ruined all the time from a friends with benefits situation because the other person catches feelings. The other person's like, whoa, this is what it was. And usually that's how it ends, I feel like.
But
Yeah.
I think that there's also like the lack of communication. Like if you guys were communicating openly and like freely the entire time, there should be no confusion.
I feel like there will always be. It'll never be the same. There will always be resentment.
Yeah.
Or in
There'll always be
some
one that was
way,
stronger.
because if you guys are friends, then friends with benefits, and then friends again, one of you eventually will roll around with a girl or with a guy. And there will be some jealousy,
Yeah.
I think so. I think it's natural. Like, I don't know. I think it happens.
One person always likes another person more than the other. And they'll just
Absolutely.
put up with it. Like, yeah, we can be friends with benefits, but inside they're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it just, that's the most common thing I see. But like you said, when you want to go into like a dating situation with a girl, like how would you go about that? Like, hey, I'm talking to somebody else now. Like, what do you say to that person?
I'm a very like cutthroat person. I'm very
Rip the
straight up.
Band-Aid.
I would rather you just be like, hey, I'm actually talking to this person.
Which did happen to you.
Which
Yeah.
did happen to me with like the bartender that we were talking about. He was just like, hey, like I am talking to this girl. I was like,
Say less.
yeah, basically I didn't like,
Oh, he did it to you?
yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't care. Like we didn't have like at that point we didn't have any feelings towards one another. It didn't matter. I would rather you just do that than like ghost me or like
try to keep you around
or try
at
to
the same
keep me
time.
around to like play
Yeah.
the games because I'm not a disrespectful person. Like if you're with somebody else, I'm not gonna slide my no, hell no.
Yeah.
So if you want that, that's all you. If that's gonna like go for like if I were to find somebody, I would want him to be okay with it. I wouldn't want him to hold me back. So why would I be okay with me being the one holding him back
Yeah.
from finding somebody that could be essentially
And
great
that-
for him?
And we all know that everything kind of like, there's always, let's be realistic here. There's always, not always, there's a majority of the time or a good amount of time, there's always an overlap whether people like it or not nowadays, because people won't let go of what they have, and then they meet somebody but they don't want to let go, and then that's when the problems start, and that's when this insecurity, toxic bullshit happens, because she bit into the, like, you met her, started talking to her when you were still with me kind of thing, or vice versa for women or whatever. And it's just, but see, like, that is perfect. Like, the guy, respect for the guy for being like, hey, I'm talking to somebody, like, straight up, like, the dude has balls, right?
Yeah.
Because most guys would be like, hey, what's up? Oh, I can't today, but maybe, you know, and then lead you on kind of around here, and then while he's like talking to this girl over here, and it's just like,
but
it's
at
gonna
that
blow
point,
up in your face, dude.
What's
it
the
happens.
point? You're not talking,
Yeah.
so what does it matter? Like,
I think the worst thing you can do with the friends and benefits situation is do it with your ex, because I feel like it always ends up in the worst situation. Like, it's never going to work out. It's always going to be a shit show.
More toxic, more toxicness,
More
just
toxic.
added.
Yeah. Have you ever done that with an ex? Do a friends with benefits situation?
I don't think it's easy to go into a friends and benefits with like your ex, because there's always the emotion, the feelings. Like, it's hard to cut that off with somebody that you were already so like intimate with. Like,
So
yeah,
you've
you may
never-
go back and have sex with them, and
That's what we mean.
But
if anything, I
you
wouldn't
end
call
up-
it a friends with
yeah,
benefits.
I think you end up falling back into like a,
Just
like,
a
it
shit
kind
show.
of just puts you back where you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, so I guess what you're trying to say is, like, you don't break up with your ex and then keep smashing after. Like,
The worst thing you could do.
I think you
I
never
did
done
that.
it.
I think I did
Have you
that
done it?
once.
No.
I've done it.
I've done
Yeah.
It's horrible. It led nowhere. More drama,
Yeah.
more toxicness, more bullshit,
Yeah,
and
if
then
it-
it was just a mess.
If anything, it just left me, because I was probably like 17, 18. It left me more confused of
Sure.
like
That's
where.
confusing
Like,
age.
I mean, it gives, well,
Yeah.
yeah, it gives
Yeah,
you, like
yeah.
a little bit of hope that something's still
Yeah.
there. So, like,
Or somebody, one of the two are doing it for the wrong reasons.
yeah.
Yeah.
One of the two is
100%.
doing it to, like,
Salvage the
I still
relationship.
have him in my
Yeah.
life, and the other one's like, I just want it because.
Like, I'll have him anyway. I
Facts.
can take him, kind of thing.
What about like the double standard between girls and guys in a friends and benefits situation? For a girl, you guys get shitted on if you do it, I feel like.
Guys,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
the higher the body count, like the more.
It
of
doesn't matter.
Like, high five, bro. Good
Or it
job.
doesn't
But if a
matter, or like
girl-
more of a high five.
if a
And
girl-
the girl's
yeah.
like, "What's your body count?" Like, "Oh, this much." Like, "Oh, dude, that's."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, 100%.
I'm just telling you
Yeah.
how it is.
I
That's how people see it, right?
I think guys tend to think like this is like a lot, but like the amount of people you have sex with, it does not alter your vagina whatsoever. And I think
Sure.
like guys think that like, oh, she's been fucking ran through.
She's loose.
It's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. Like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Your vagina goes back the second like
Yeah.
after.
Is that true?
That is true.
what? It goes back.
I thought like.
Do girls have babies and it goes back to
yeah.
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know.
So we're talking about you.
Yeah, I'm that guy where I'm like,
You
oh,
fucking dirtbag.
I'm the hot
That's
dog down
you.
the hallway guy. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Fuck, bro.
I don't know anything.
That's why you don't ask body counts.
I don't even know what a
Off
cervix
No,
is.
he
topic.
loves asking body counts.
I don't.
Off
No,
topic.
didn't we talk? No, I
Dude,
We
we
did
were at
talk
Vaughn's
about
the other
it.
day, and you
You
asked
don't
the
ask
fucking
that.
cash register lady what a body count was. Why you tripping, bro?
She wanted me to ask her.
Deal breaker.
Yeah,
Over 7,
that is
that's it.
that is a deal breaker. Okay, first of all,
Why?
what-
I don't do that. I don't.
Why
do
is it a deal breaker?
to ask body counts for
Oh,
either
I
one?
thought you meant
Yeah,
for
no,
a high
I
body
wouldn't do
count.
that.
Okay,
No,
okay,
no,
okay.
For the what? I'm sorry.
I thought you meant if she had a high body count was a
No.
deal breaker.
No. I
Okay.
could care less. What the fuck? More experience.
I care.
That and sizes. Or when you ask like if it's better than the other your
Oh, yeah,
ex or
don't
not,
ask me
Don't
that.
ever do that.
'Cause I'll
You're
probably
just
lie to
gonna
you.
psych yourself out.
I would never do that.
It's
yeah.
all psychological, and I would 10 out of 10
Yeah.
never recommend to ask body count or anything like that, because like, don't compare yourself to another person. First of all, second of all, like, you know, you're
Yeah.
just gonna get yourself insecure, and it's gonna be terrible. So like,
Yeah.
what's the point in that?
I agree.
But
I don't know. It's just tough for a guy because you want to think about it, but you don't want to say it. Which I don't say it, but you always think about those kind of things. Correct?
no, that's normal to think about it because you're like in a relationship. You're talking. You're dating. God knows what that means nowadays. And you're going through your head like, like if I post her and tag her, like how many people I follow are gonna know who that is? You know what I mean?
100%.
I mean, it's just normal, but I think it comes down to like maturity and be like, yo, she's a grown woman. She's
Yeah.
done her thing. Like, so have I. So what the fuck? Who
So,
cares?
but what makes it okay for you to have a high body count? But let's just say we were talking, but I can't.
No, it doesn't make it okay.
It's
We're
not
not
okay.
justifying
Well,
it. We're
no,
just
what
saying.
I'm saying he said that it bothers him when they have a high body count. Did you say that?
Oh, it does?
Okay, what do you think's high for a guy?
Okay, let's not go to that
I don't.
question.
I don't
Oh,
know. But I don't
yeah.
care.
You don't care.
No.
Okay. So if a guy told you he had sex with 200 girls, you wouldn't care.
If you're only having sex with me, first go get tested. Second of all,
Yeah.
But like, no, I mean, everybody goes through
A hoe
like,
phase.
I feel like everybody goes through
Yeah.
a hoe phase. What that inquires, like,
That's
who
your
knows?
business.
That's your business. I don't really
Yeah.
care.
What you define as hoe, whether it be
Yeah.
100 guys or 2 guys. It's, yeah.
It's just, I don't. I feel like I think that people can change, and I just don't.
Like, I'm going off on a little tangent here, but I got in an argument with a girl the other day because she said it's okay to have sex with somebody on a first date if you like them. And I said, if I like a girl, I'm not going to have sex on a first date because I want to prove to them that I'm like respecting them. Like I'm not gonna like try to get in your pants immediately. Do you think that is kind of like the right thing to do? If you like somebody, can you have sex on the first date?
If you want it to go anywhere, no, not really. But it depends.
know,
It's
it
all
depends,
case by
because
case.
honestly,
What if you had a great time? There were some drinks involved. It was vibing, and it just fucking led to it. Who cares?
I'm guilty. I've done it before,
Yeah.
and I ended up like dating a guy. So
I think you can't put what's the word I'm looking for?
Like a time frame.
A time frame, a guideline, or any expectation on something, because shit rolls. Like there's
Yeah.
people I know who dated within met each other, dated for a couple months, and got married, and they're the happiest ever.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
people, I have family members who've dated for 12 years and they're still not married. But does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
I don't feel you can put like if you end up
Yeah.
sleeping with her first night, I mean, so be it.
Yeah.
Bro. Like, but it
Like
is what
Shit
it is.
happens.
I know people who've had they've had sex on the first night and they've been together 8 years. Like
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
people that met
There's
on
a
Tinder,
chemistry, there's-
hooked up, and now are married with kids happily
exactly.
ever
I
after.
just think everything
just-
is situational. I think
Yeah.
it just kind of depends on who you like, just who you are, who the other person is, how well you're vibing. Like if it
Yeah.
if it happens, it
happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to add on this topic? Because I know you guys are big fans of the show. So if you want to ask us anything, or if there's anything you guys want to say,
Us first to clarify.
yeah, you can
Guy
you
side.
can grill us, roast us, whatever you want. This is your opportunity. I know, right?
Dude, I've been waiting for this my whole
Yeah.
life.
Our friend Kiara came in with 15 questions the other day. And
Atta
just
girl.
I know.
Just
She took us
boom.
down. Yeah.
Dude, she's crazy. Yeah, I kind of went home kind of like.
I
teary-eyed.
cried.
Did you
I
feel
cried,
did
yeah.
you feel like emasculated or
A little bit. I was like,
My
oh
head was
God.
down for sure. Yeah. So this is your one opportunity to say whatever you want. It's never gonna happen again. What are you
I
gonna
don't
say?
really know because I have like kind of a dude mentality, so
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, you don't.
You're one
judge.
of us.
Yeah.
bro
Fuck it.
girls for
Fuck
life?
it. Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
The guy grinds on her, bro. She's fucking taking.
Yeah.
Go. You have a question? Look at you.
No, I
You
don't
see
know.
it.
I feel like there's so many that it would go
Okay,
into
just
other
shoot.
topics. that
Just,
it
no,
just,
we're just simple, like quick answers to whatever you want to ask. We'll give you the quickest thing. We'll just finish off
Because
the
we
show
know
like
we
that.
know you're gonna text us after the show. Like, oh, we should have asked you guys about
Yeah,
this.
blah, blah.
Oh
You
my
did it last
God.
time. It's crazy.
I did.
Yeah.
Dating girls
Yes, we
who
do
have
that.
who have hooked up with guys you know.
What about it? That's
Do you
just
do
like
it
a
or do you
statement.
not?
I do it.
Because I feel like I know both your answers and they're
Yeah.
completely different.
What? I just said I do it.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why?
Hold
We
on.
live
Hold on.
in
Hold on.
such-
Hold on. You would not hook up with girls.
No,
that
no.
one of
She
your
said
boys.
she said dated relationship.
You would not. Yeah. Like.
Oh.
I would definitely hook up, but not date. but not. Date.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I wouldn't date them.
But why?
Okay. Depends. Like how? Like were they fuck buddies? Nah, maybe not.
I thought she said if
no, but like
they
you
were in a
guys,
relationship.
you guys realize that there's
Okay. Hold on.
there's
Clarify.
6 of us in this room and we all know each other. We all went to high school together. Like we
I didn't go to high school with you. You Bonita fool. Get out
Bonita
of here.
forever, baby.
Ugh.
But we live in such like a small town. Like we live in a town, whether we like it's a city or not. Everybody knows everybody.
Sure.
We all know. I could name. Never mind. 17 people that you've had sex with. I could, like
Yeah, yeah.
we all just.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
excuse me.
I don't know. I think it's just.
I don't think. I think it depends on the situation. Like if my boy hooked up with her once, and it's like different now, and it's been down the road, I don't see it as an issue. If he went out with her, like dated, that was his girlfriend, like she met his family and the whole nine. Well, no, I'm not gonna do that. That's kind of weird.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what
why I
I
Yeah.
stand on that too.
mean? But yeah, so I guess it depends.
Fair.
Anything else to add? Or are you done? You're good?
I'm
I
good.
think I'm good.
Then we're good. Friends with benefits and red flags. You got to hear.